What is up? This is After Hours with Marks. At least that's the name for the first one. We're live on 97.5's YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. If you're just tuning in for the first time, because I told you to do it, you can like and subscribe my YouTube and all of my social media at John Marks Media. But this is something we're going to be doing on a regular basis. It will be after hours, likely at night when we tape this, as it is, we are taping on a Tuesday night. Shout out to everybody that's watching live right now. So we're going to be talking about, go about a half hour, talk about the Eagles, talk about whatever else is going on right now, talk about the Eagles. And my trusty co-host, who actually is another alum of 97.5 The Fanatic. And if you've watched me on YouTube over the course of the last couple of years since I left radio, Delco Steve has been my co-host, and he joins us right now.
What's
Delco
up?
Steve, hello.
How are you? Long time no see.
Yeah, man.
Good to be back.
We haven't done it in a while. I think we did like a one-off at some point, but when the radio thing was like close to happening, they're like, just kind of stay off the radar for a little bit. And I'm like, all right, no problem. And then it took a lot longer to get back on the radio because of circumstances. So, they encourage us. They want us to do YouTube stuff for their YouTube and for their social media. So I said, I got the perfect idea. So we think on a Tuesday night works well because we're not distracted by the Monday Night Football. And we have now we can talk about the Eagles and what happened in the entire week of football and whatever else. Hello, Delco Steve.
What's going on, man? How's the new gig? You like it? You like being back?
Yeah.
Good old stomping grounds.
It's the beginning of the fourth week. And we've done 3 full weeks. And I am obviously not where I want to be. I've worked with a lot of people and I've worked in a lot of new shows. So I have enough experience to know that like it takes time to get things going and chemistry with producers and co-hosts and really decide like what is the show and everything else. So with all that being said, I think, we're doing great. We're doing good shows, not having great shows all the time. But we had a good show today with Harry. We've had some really, really good shows during Eagle season. So it's easy to talk about a lot of the stuff, but yeah, man. Yeah. I'm pretty happy so far.
Good. Glad to hear it.
And no, Delco Steve, if you don't know, Delco Steve was my intern the same time that Jack Fritz was my intern. They were my 2 guys. And I was trying to get both of them hired, but a former employee of 97.5, Eric Camille, was anti-John Marks, which means he was anti-Jack and anti-Delco Steve. So he wouldn't hire either one of them because you were associated with me. And why was he anti? What was it that he got so mad at, Delco Steve?
We beat him to work.
Yeah, these guys wanted to come in. This was when I worked mornings with Anthony. These guys wanted to come in with me at like 4:00 because when they came in, they were producers. They were interns, but they were producers. They were cutting sound. They were doing everything. And Eric Camille did not like that. So Eric Camille said that he'll fire you guys if you come in before 6:00 in the morning. After you guys were coming in for like a year with me at 4:00 in the morning, but still. And
yeah, well, usually we were back in the cave doing stuff. So by the time he got in, he had no idea we were there.
No idea.
Caught us in the hallway one time, and it's just like, oh. And then of course we did that Eagles chant gig, skit, I should say.
Yeah.
When I went to like the coffee shops when he was out of town, and he came back all pissed off.
Was he mad about that? They said, I don't remember that.
Yeah, because you guys used me on air, and he's like, "Oh, so
yeah, you can't do that.
You went on air when I wasn't here. I just like, who am I supposed to say no to? Like, I was supposed to say no to you guys. Like,
yeah, the host of the show, not some pencil pusher.
Yeah, it's one thing if he's standing there, and go, no, you can't do that. But no one's standing there saying no.
Right.
So
and so yeah, and like you said, it we would be back in the studio. Doing real work, more work than he did the entire week. I'm sorry, Eric, if you're out there catching wind of this. But anyway, so Steve was, now Steve did work as a member of the ground crew. He came over to the WIP, and I kept trying to get him jobs. I think he was smart enough to realize your dad owns a contracting business. You're probably better off staying with that, and then maybe dipping your toes in some stuff here and there.
Thank you, COVID, for getting me out of that.
Now, Delco Steve's resume is he just had a son and he named him after Cooper DeJean. And that's a true story.
Yep. It's actually Erica's uncle met him and told him the story about how we came to the name and all that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He loved it.
How is Cooper doing? I know he's getting big. I see the videos online.
Oh, he's awesome, man. He sleeps through the night, chill during the day. Can't ask for anything more. Definitely doesn't take after me. So
no,
perfect baby.
Well, you know what happens. He'll be a maniac teenager.
That's fine. It's
as long as you can sleep through the night now, right?
Exactly. I'll take it.
All right. Well, listen, the Eagles are 5-2. I wouldn't say that this is how I wrote it up. They would end up 5-2, right? There's been a lot of things that have happened, including an AJ Brown, another Instagram message or a tweet or whatever that he put out this afternoon, which is.
Oh, he had another one today? Oh my God. Is this just a weekly thing at this point?
So, yeah. So here's my question. I'm going to read it to you. And then here's my question, because I after they won the game. It was against Carson Wentz. It was an impressive win. It was on the road. They made a lot of big plays in the second half. Outside of saying all that, I don't know what's going to happen with this team. I don't know how they're going to respond to the Giants. I don't know how they're going to look in the second half of the season, right? So, what do you really say? You're just speculating. AJ Brown on Instagram 11 hours ago, using me, but not using me. That was the comment. And then in the second, and then he posted a video on the second slide on Instagram. And I think it's his trainer. It's just a video of him up close. And he's just MFing, mother F this, mother F that. And I don't even know what the video is from. I think it's from one of an old training session or something. So again, I'll say it, using me, but not using me.
So because he had 4 catches and 2 touchdowns on Sunday, they used him, but they're not really using him because he only had 4 catches.
So when you Google that, here's what comes up. The phrase using me, but not using me is a play on words that highlights a person feeling used in a relationship. While using might refer to emotional or verbal abuse, being used means a partner only values you for what you can do for them, whereas being abused can imply a pattern of mistreatment, which can include dismissing your feelings, guilt tripping, or a lack of mutual respect and effort. So
he's got to be trolling us.
So that's the question. I don't think he is. I think this is the way he vents and blows off steam, and he's a very deep emotional person. I mean, come on, dude. He had a philosophy book on the sideline. You know what I mean? Was he trolling us then too, or is this cat just different? I just think he's different, and this is what he does so he doesn't go crazy and start beating people up. So I mean, you can't keep doing it.
Yeah, it's just redundant at this point. We got it the first time. You just had the best game of the season so far. Just take it in stride and roll into next week and take advantage of another cake matchup against a team you should have dominated 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely. Mike Schmidt says, Johnny Marks moved from Philly years ago. Miss your show. Nice to catch you on here. Well, Mike, here's the good thing. I'm on 97.5 The Fanatic, which you can get on the 97.5 The Fanatic app. I believe it's on the iHeart app now, too. And tune in, but the Fanatic app's really good, so don't use that. So if you just start tuning in, and maybe you don't know this, I've been back on the Fanatic. I'm working 10 to 2, Middays with Marks, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So you can catch me. You can listen to me on demand. The podcast is available. We break it down by hour. You can watch me on YouTube. The shows are broadcasted on YouTube, so you can see my pretty face 4 hours a day. So there's lots of places to see me, listen to me, or whatever. And Vince says it's a great show. Thank you, Vince. Vince is texting.
And Vince would know because he listens to all of them.
He does. He must have. I think he has all the radio stations on at once, and he's in some room. So a couple people have said this. It's about his relationship with God, and he's trolling at the same time. Okay, maybe. I'm not telling you I know exactly what is going on. A lot of people say he's trolling. Okay, so this is my favorite thing ever. He's trolling, and then it's the media. I love when people get annoyed at the media for reporting what's on. It's social media. This is so dumb. Athletes in 2025 use their social media. It's like they're saying it at a press conference. He can very easily not post things like this, and we won't be talking about it. So
Yeah,
does he
he's
like
getting us to. He wants us to talk about it,
bro? This is what they do. They don't need us anymore. These athletes don't need us. They have social media. They have whatever they want, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. And he used Twitter last time for his message. Now this time he's using, maybe because he likes to put the video out there. Now he's using Instagram. I mean, like, what do you want us to do? Feel like the people want to act like there's not something going on internally between Jalen and AJ or whatever, right? I'm not telling you that AJ hates Jalen Hurts. I don't know that for a fact. I've heard that the whole thing's maybe a little bit overblown, but I can tell you for sure, I've heard on great authority that their relationship isn't what it once was, and it has been under strain recently and in the past. That like doesn't mean they hate each other, doesn't mean anything like that. But there's too many things that have happened to where you can just bury your head in the sand and say, no, this is a media creation. No, it's not. There's at least something there. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, we're going on a year now of antics from when BG came out and said, "Oh yeah, they're not friends right now," or whatever it was, to where we are now. It's like great, yeah, we won the Super Bowl and it was quiet, but now it's like they're sputtering with a new offensive coordinator, and then you get the ripple effects from that. It's like, yeah, obviously something's irking him somehow.
Yeah, because there's a video out there. Actually, I just saw it tonight where after he scored the touchdown, he was yelling something about like not getting the ball before. I have to find it. Brown touchdown, which just kind of plays into it. Maybe Crossing Broad had it. Maybe that's where I saw it. But I don't like. And the comment I just put up from Philly Sports Pride, like I hear you. No, where is it? Right there. The media takes it to the extreme. Like I can't speak for everybody, and maybe you're talking about WIP, maybe you're not talking about WIP. Maybe I don't know what the extreme is, but when this dude clearly had issues before with coaching Jalen Hurts, the offensive core, whatever it is, and he's putting things out here like this, what are we supposed to think?
I mean,
seriously, what are we supposed to think?
That's just it. That's all. It's either he's either just got to be straight up screwing with us because he
gets a kick out of it
when he like walks into the locker room. He goes like, "Hey guys, like look what I'm about to do," and set these guys off. Or he's generally pissed about something.
I think he's genuinely and generally pissed about his role in the offense, and he wants it to be better. That's what that's what I think. That's what I think's going on. And is it?
It's not enough for them to just win. They gotta win because of him.
But I also think that like then he has a game like this, and he's like, see that MFer, like see that? That's what you should be doing every week, and you ignore me because when you read the using me but not using me, it's a play on words that says that like you're using me for what you want, but then I don't get anything in return. It's not being reciprocated. Like, oh, okay, you want to throw to me this week or whatever, where I've been the rest of the season. I don't know. See, when he puts something out there like that, then it's up for interpretation. So keep saying that it's not anything. And they won the Super Bowl last year, so I don't really know what to say other than that. But, there's something to it that's going on.
Not that I want to totally like placate to AJ Brown as like I'm the one doing it, but like as the Eagles offense. But there was like it was like 2 weeks ago they ran that little like shovel pass to Goddard for a touchdown, but behind like the trips formation. Do you remember? Right. I think it was against the Giants.
Yeah.
But like, wouldn't that?
No, that was the where he had 2 touchdowns in that game.
Well, Goddard? I think
No, that was in a win. I don't know if that was against the Rams or whatever, but that was in a win. That wasn't the Giants.
Either way, but they did it twice. They did it in 2 different scenarios too. Like they had like the Kelsey forward flip to him, and then they had the one where he was out wide. But the point being is, why can't those type of plays where you're obviously designing like, oh, this is supposed to be our easy touchdown for a player, like why aren't those the plays that are just designed for AJ? So It's just here you go, like here's your moment, like go score. And if you don't score from the 3-yard line on that type of play with AJ Brown, then you go right back to the tush push and be like, and this is why we do what we do.
I think it's the quarterback, and he's afraid to pull the trigger. And when AJ gets mad, he spooks him. Look at the confidence he just played with against the Vikings.
Yep.
Jalen, unbelievable.
Right.
He was throwing the ball up. The second touchdown to AJ, he doesn't make that. I don't think he's made that throw all year, where he's throwing between a safety and a corner, and it's in a tight window in the red zone. He's worried about throwing interceptions. He's not making that throw, and he made it. Every throw that we wanted him to make, he made it confidently on Sunday. So I wonder if it's not that AJ dislikes Jalen personally that much or whatever, but he looks at this offense and he says, like, why can't you just do that every week? AJ Brown is a monster, and he is not being used. And last year, because of Saquon Barkley and the offensive line, and they were winning, he had to take a step back, and everybody had to kind of check their ego at the door because they were winning, and it worked, and they won a Super Bowl. But when the offense struggles and he's like, yo, man, like, I'm a 1,500-yard receiver and you're not even giving me a target in the first half, he's pissed, as he should be.
And then you see the guys around the league right now, like Jamar Chase the other night, 20 targets. Puka Nacua, 17 targets. JSN has 15 targets every freaking game, it feels like. And A.J. Brown has the talent of all of these guys. Like, obviously, Chase and Nacua are an upper echelon.
Oh,
but
man.
if
AJ's a different receiver than Nacua. Nacua is more of a slot receiver.
Yeah.
Higher volume guy.
But if you're telling me AJ Brown's getting 10 targets a game, I'm a happy person.
Yeah, for sure. Well, they need to right now, and we're starting it on Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Hashtag throw the ball. Before that, everybody would run the ball, run the ball. The sign down at Nova Care, run the ball. Don't run the ball.
I mean,
throw it.
The run game obviously isn't what it was last year, whether it's the offensive lineman injuries / replacements, Saquon having how many touches last year? And
including the playoffs, it was 400 and some.
Yeah, it was an insane number, and he hasn't played to that level of workload since what, his rookie year.
Yep.
So
yeah, I was talking to Andrew DeCecco today about the offensive line being banged up, and he makes a really good point. We talk about Saquon Barkley and how many plays he ran. How many run and push and run blocking plays did that offensive line have last year? They're more beat up than Saquon Barkley.
Think about Mekhi Becton's barely played at all this year for the he's in and out of every game.
Becton can't stay healthy. Mailata doesn't look the same. Lane Johnson's been banged up. Cam Jurgens, who knows what's going to happen with this knee injury, but he's been injured. Landon Dickerson has 3 injuries. He had knee surgery, he had a back injury, and now what is there something else, that ankle or something?
Landon Dickerson is always
and Steen's the only guy that's healthy, and he didn't really play last year.
I was just about to say that.
So this offensive line, they are banged up, man. And I don't see anything different from Saquon Barkley other than he's getting hit pretty much when he gets the ball every run. So I don't know.
You can only do that spin move in the backfield so many times.
Yep, for sure. So they get to win against Minnesota, and like they would have only had 7 points at the end of the first half if it wasn't for the Carson Wentz gives us a gift, the pick 6. So they go great drive to start the game. Now, it was a 4th and 4 and a great call to go for it. And Jalen just made a really good throw where he had great protection and him and AJ, good communication. And then boom, he goes touchdown. After that, Delco Steve, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and then 4 plays to end the half where he got sacked. And they were trying to get a field goal right there. So again, like we're talking about one good half, one bad half. They had another bad half except for that first drive offensively.
Yeah, I mean, they still obviously haven't put a full game together at any point this season. Like, it's probably the best they looked all year was the first half of game 1 against the Cowboys, where they put up 24 points
great
by halftime.
Yeah, they look great.
Nothing the whole rest of the game. But yeah, it's as great as it is being 5-2, you could easily say that this team is probably a fake 5-2. You know, they probably should have lost at least 2 of the games that they won.
Yeah, but then they probably should have won the Broncos game, so it kind of evens out. But to your point, it's not an overly impressive 5-2. But I would counter that by saying the NFL isn't really good this year.
No, There's
the Lions for me are the best team in the NFC. The Bucks are really beat up, and they look like it last night.
yeah.
Like you have a bunch of teams that are kind of in that mix with the Eagles. The Rams are a good team. The 49ers actually have been playing well.
Packers could be a good team.
Packers are a good team, but then they almost lost to the Cardinals.
They should, and they should have lost to the Cowboys.
They should. You're right. So they're far from that team we saw to open the season. And like, who else are we even talking about here? Washington looks terrible. Seattle looks pretty good.
I'm all in on JSN. He's probably my favorite player this year.
He went off last night too. So yeah, like there's a couple of good teams. I think the Lions are the best, and then there's everybody else. And then you look in the AFC, Buffalo had lost 2 in a row going into the bye. Yep. The Chiefs are probably going to. Chiefs will be in the AFC Championship game. The Ravens are terrible. The Steelers are fake good. Fake 4-2. Fake 4-2. Totally. And like, who else are we talking about? So the NFL's not good this year. So if they can just kind of stick this out, and maybe you get a little bit healthier.
We forgot the number 1 team in football. The Indianapolis Colts.
The Colts. Yeah, you're right. You
know what? 6-1.
Aren't the Colts are going to be the number 1 seed and lose in the first round of the playoffs or their first game? Could you totally see it? And
it all depends. If it's like
Daniel Jones looks good, man. Jonathan Taylor looks great this year.
Okay, well, like hypothetically speaking, if it's like if they're the 1 seed and all the division winners win, and it's like Jacksonville, or no, well, they would be the division winner for the South. So never mind, take it back. Yeah, I can see them losing in the first round or their first playoff game.
Right.
Unless you get a cupcake matchup because being the 1 seed.
It's about the matchup. They're good though. Daniel Jones looks great. He really, really does. See what happens when you get a competent offensive coach in there.
All these reclamation project quarterbacks that are killing it right now, I'm loving it. Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold.
Darnold will look good till the playoffs start, or like the week before.
Yeah, right when he starts seeing ghosts.
Yep, he will. So, Eagles, were you surprised? Eagles are 7-point favorites over the Giants.
No,
it's a big line. You're not surprised.
Nah, this is where like my football, like just football fandom and betting, like kind of like deviate. It's like betting like seeing -7.5. It's just like, that's just betting numbers. That's just how it works. The Eagles are a power rated team, even though they just lost to the Giants. The rankings don't change that much because it's all right. It's 1 game out of 100.
But that's a confident line that the Eagles are. Now they were 7.5-point favorites on the road against the Giants, and we know what happened with that. But even with all of that, and the Giants totally blew the game against the Broncos. That was amazing. But still, it's a 7-point line. It's a good line.
No, I'm not surprised that it's that big. Am I saying that the Eagles are going to win by 10? Absolutely not. Like, am I confident in that? Probably not. But the seeing set -7 doesn't surprise me.
Well, whether or not it ends up being the case, because in 2023, the lines makers kept giving confidence in the Eagles when they were setting lines, and the Eagles just kept crapping the bed. But I mean, are they right here? So you look at the odds makers, what they're telling you is they expect the Eagles to bounce back and to, like, if there's a game, if this is really a championship team, you go out there on Sunday, because the Giants embarrassed you on Thursday Night Football. And they were celebrating, and they should have, because that was a really good win. And it's been a while since the Giants had something to celebrate about. And you had some rookies that have really, really good games. This is a veteran team that should be a Super Bowl contender. If they can't go out on Sunday and kick the Giants' ass, then we got a problem. Or we got a problem right now, and they need to fix it during the bye. Because, like, they're one-dimensional. The guys are banged up. Scatterbo. Oh, God, I hate him. Jackson Dart's really good.
Oh, you hate Scatterbo?
I hate Scatterbo with a passion.
Oh
my funny. God. He is such a
Jeter giant.
Oh, he's such a Jeter giant. Those meatheads up there in Long Island and North Jersey are like, oh, Scatterbo.
I love him.
If he was an Eagle, you'd like him.
Oh, 100%.
Scatterbo, I hate him. So I guess what I'm saying is that you and others have more confidence that the Eagles are going to come in and kick and total revenge game against the Giants. That's what it sounds like you're saying.
No, I'm not saying I believe that. I'm saying that just the numbers make sense to me on the, like, if you're just asking betting Steve -7 makes sense. Do I think that this team rolls in and just waxes the Giants by 14 and make it an easy win? Absolutely not. They have yet to prove that they can make it easy. Even the games that they're up big, they were up big on the Bucks. Let them come back in. They should have blown the door off the Cowboys, and they never did. It's they haven't shown they can put away a team yet.
Last year it was the same thing. They didn't blow teams out last year. People are bitching the whole year about it, right? Like look at last year. Trying to go back and look at the results here. All right, so
last year they blew the doors off teams in the first half and then kind of just let Saquon just.
Well, I mean, so they beat the Packers 34-29, 5 points. They lost to the Falcons. They beat the Saints by 3. The Bucks beat them up. They beat the Browns by 4 points, 28-3 over the Giants, and they were pathetic. 37-17 over the Bengals. But then that close game against the Jags, remember that?
Yep.
They blew out the Cowboys. That was when Dak was out. 8-point win against the Commanders. 17-point win against the Rams. All right, so I mean, they did win.
The one loss to the Commanders was Jalen went out.
Jalen was out for 3/4 of the game. Close game against the Ravens. Close game against the Panthers, and it was after the Panthers game where you had the AJ say that the passing game's the problem.
Yep.
And then BG, who's out of retirement, went on the radio and said that I know that they don't like each other or they're not friends anymore, which caused a total crap storm. But yeah, no, I mean, you look at what they've done this year. Close game against the Cowboys, close game against the Chiefs, close game against the Rams. You needed 2 blocked field goals in a row to win. Close game against the Bucks, lost the close game to the Broncos, and they got blown up by the Giants.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been a close loss to the Broncos. That should have been an easy win.
Why? They fell apart. Their offense killed them in the second half.
The Broncos killed them. Broncos have 2 games where they haven't scored in the 3 quarters and won a game.
The game against the Giants was an unbelievable game to watch, going back and forth. And the Giants pretty much lose because of they would at least went to overtime because their kicker missed 2 extra points. They cut him today, by the way.
The least surprising thing of all time.
Yeah, the Giants are the best at having dysfunctional kickers and punters, right? They never have anybody good.
Well,
it's been a long time.
Graham Gano has been the only kicker on the roster at least 3 different occasions where he's like in warmups and they're like, "Oh, he can't go, and we don't have a kicker for the game." In the last 2 years.
Well, they have on the practice squad. They have that. Was he a Falcon or was he a Charger? Coup.
Yeah, Younghoe Koo.
Yeah,
Falcon.
Well, if he was a Falcon, right? Yeah, because he totally lost it, and they had to get rid of him. So he's on the practice squad. So I think they're going to elevate him because Graham Gano is still injured. They had 3 kickers between their practice squad and their active roster. They have 3 kickers on their roster. That sounds like a great idea.
And they don't have one.
They really don't. So I'm just saying the way the Giants took it to the Eagles, if the Eagles don't go out there on Sunday with a major message to send to them, like, yeah, you guys got us, but this ain't happening again. They got blown off of the line on both sides of the ball. Scatterbo in the fourth. I was embarrassed to watch that in the fourth quarter. Those guys were tapping out, like, just end this game now. God, it's still in my head, that game. So I hope it's not in their head. I guess is what I'm saying.
I'm hoping ideal scenario is Giants reeling after blowing that game and Eagles embarrassed from 2 weeks ago. They come out and blow the doors off of them. That's ideal scenario.
Yep. Giants have a good QB.
Yeah, it's also a Kelly Green game too Sunday.
So they don't lose them. What's their record? You know it?
No.
They're good. All right. Well, there you go. So, well, you feel great about the team. I mean, for the most part, the thing that worries me the most is the injuries. And BG had to come out of retirement, which I'm all for. It's great. They need him. He played at a high level last year. You know what I've been saying about Brandon. He didn't want to stop playing. They won the Super Bowl, so he was like, I guess I got to retire now. They've been talking about this. They wanted him to come back. So the least surprising thing ever that he came back.
Nah, he's going to play until he can't. Until he literally can't.
He should. What else is he going to do where he can make $3 or $4 million for playing half of an NFL season?
Yeah. And how many snaps is he legit going to play?
15, 20
at most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
just go out and ball out, have fun, tackle some quarterbacks.
Well, are they saying he could play Sunday?
Probably.
I saw something where somebody put out like the depth chart on like how many ends they have for Sunday. And I'm like, hang on, you're including Brandon in guys that could be in the rotation on Sunday? Like, okay, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Listen,
I mean, they need them. They have 3 guys.
Brandon Graham he was not at the place where it's like just retire already, right? Not even close. Not even close.
Absolutely not.
Because they won the Super Bowl, he felt like that this is the universe's way of telling me not a lot of people get to have this opportunity.
Ray Lewis, Peyton Manning, John Elway. It's pretty much all I got.
Right. Yeah. I remember when John Elway retired, I was like, no, don't retire. Like, why would you retire? And it was probably a good move that he did. Who knows how much he had left after that. But yeah, I didn't want Brandon to retire. I'm happy he's back. This is awesome.
Yeah, now, it's not like it's a malcontent coming back. Like, would you be excited about Fletcher Cox being like, yeah,
no, and like Jason Peters that never wanted to retire. I was over that. No, BG can come back and he can play as long as he wants to. He wants to play 5 snaps a game, 10 snaps a game, bring him out there, let him get a couple sacks. Absolutely. I'm all for it. But I'm also supporting right now, since it's election time and they have a lot of the things to vote for on the ballots. How about hashtag make the call? Make the call if Cam Jurgens is a significant injury, and I don't know that it is, and the way the Eagles are behaving, it seems like it's going to be a couple week injury, because if he tore a ligament or something, I think they just say he was out for the season. But if he has a significant injury, tell me what you think about this, Delco Steve. Hashtag make the call. Call up Jason Kelce. Let's get the whole band back together. You want Toth? Toth can't even snap the ball in the shotgun. You want Toth out there?
I don't think Jason would do it.
I don't either. But I
don't
want Toth.
If he got to win last year, I think he would do it. But the fact that he missed the Super Bowl. And yeah, no, I don't. He's not coming back. He would have to
put on like 25 pounds,
and he'd have to feel so confident that we were going to win. Like you don't come out unless you think we win.
But here's the thing, and this is if you really want him, this is what you have to do. You ain't calling him. You're calling his wife.
Yeah,
because you know damn well his wife's going to be like, "Get back out there. They need you."
Yeah.
Jason, get your ass back out there. They need you.
Get the angry Eagles fan involved.
Kylie, get the Delco Eagles fan involved. Kylie Kelce will have Jason out there next week.
You're probably 100% right.
Yeah, so just call his wife. Don't ask him. Hilarious. He's going to be doing Monday Night Football or whatever. She'll call and be like, Jason, get home now. And he'll be like, okay. And he'll come home.
And the door's locked when the note on the door says, go to NovaCare Complex.
Because here's the other thing, right? When he had Taylor Swift on the podcast, right, is that podcast ever going to be as big as it was for Taylor Swift being on there? No, unless she goes back on after whatever. But like, you know what I mean? Like that, it's never going to get as big as that anymore. So what's the next biggest thing that can happen on there? Jason comes out of retirement. And he goes. He's going back.
And then Travis retires.
And then Travis retires, right? So Jason gets back out there, and they're in the Super Bowl. Last game for both of them.
That'd be
Jason's
awesome.
Crying on. That's what I'm saying. Does it get any bigger for a guy that seems to really love the attention? Both of them, by the way. Is there any bigger story than him coming out of retirement to save the Eagles?
And then Taylor Swift boots Bad Bunny off at halftime show. It'd be perfect.
She comes flying out of the sky and drop kicks.
Stunners them.
Bad Bunny. So hashtag make the call, but you're not calling Jason. You're calling Kylie.
Okay? Yes, 100%.
Yep. Just say we got to talk. Send her a text message. Got to talk. Howie, get on the phone. Send the text.
Yeah, send her something nice. Send her a present.
Yeah. Yeah, send her an edible arrangement. Maybe the
giant
pineapple.
Bottle of wine.
Yeah. No, the bottle of wine. Yeah, bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Get her
drunk. Get her drunk first.
You may not need to send her a bottle of wine to get her drunk on a. Have you watched the any of her podcasts?
No.
People aren't really listening or watching. Like at one point, it was a huge podcast, but I think that was for a week. And I'm not saying that she's not like cool. I like her a lot.
Right.
No, she needs to curse that much in front of her children, but That's you should do her.
Yeah, I can't argue. I can't argue.
Will you curse in front of your children? Well, when they're 3 months old, it doesn't matter.
Well,
do you curse in front of your kids?
I mean, you know me, just the way I talk in general. I curse a lot, period. So it's going to be a hard thing for me to curb going forward.
I never curse in front of my kids, ever. Not once. The most I'll do is a Jesus Christ. Like, Jesus Christ, Lena.
I'm not going to curse. I have no interest in cursing at my kid.
No, not at them. But that's the most I'll do is something like that. No, I can't say my wife is as good as me at doing that.
I was determined to make Coop's first word be the F word, but I also value my
life. That's the problem, because that'll happen too.
I also value my life to live, so
yeah,
can't really.
So somebody's saying, is this another do the deal thing? Well, I mean, we've actually talked about it on the air. It was do the deal. That was Sal's thing, and then there was another one that we were talking about that wasn't do the deal. But yeah, do the deal was the campaign we had to get Marcus Mariota drafted. And then Bijan or bust. I and Jack did Bijan or bust, which got people so mad. Every Eagle writer was so mad. You're not going to draft him. You're just like you're setting the fans up. Like, this is so disingenuous. And it's like, really? Have you seen Bijan Robinson play? Jeff McClain?
Jeff McClain catching a strike.
Oh, he was so mad. So Jeff McClain said it or wrote it. He wrote it. And his podcast, I think Odyssey still does his podcast, but his Uncovering the Birds podcast, he would tape it with Brian Seltzer in the Odyssey studio. So we would see him go by every week, and people would like grumble at him and be like, like MF or whatever. So I walk right in the studio. I'm like, "What's up, Jeff? How you doing, buddy?" And he got taken aback, and he said, "What's up, John?" And I just said to him, I go, everybody's pissed at you that you wrote that. And he's like, "Oh, well, like, I'm like, no, I'm like, we're cool. Like, you have your opinion, right? I'm just telling you, like, everybody's kind of at you."
And we're not saying what they're gonna do. We're saying what we want them to do.
People don't understand the nature of sports radio. We never said that the Eagles were going to do it. We said they should do it. Correct, Delco Steve. Correct. And who did they end up drafting? What was that?
Carter.
Was it Jalen Carter? Yeah, I mean, they made the right move, obviously.
Yeah.
But also in that scenario, we thought Jalen Carter was going before the pick.
Correct. Yeah, no one was anticipating the guy who should have been the number 1 overall pick falling to 9.
Nope, not at all. No, so in that scenario, everybody was like, yeah, you got to do it. And you look at the results. Dude, led the defense to a Super Bowl. I mean, Jesus, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good.
But Bijan's a player, man. Oh, I love watching him play.
Bijan's a beast. I can watch him every game.
What's your final score for Sunday?
28-20.
28-20. Eagles cover. I said, what are you talking about? You're sitting here being like, I don't think that's just an Eagle line. I don't know what you're talking about. Then you pick them to cover?
Pick them to cover.
Okay, that's your MO. You're doing what you do.
I'm gonna have faith that should blow the doors off this team.
Well, if this team is what we hope them to be,
and if they don't, there's no way I'm picking them to win by margin the rest of the year.
Here's what I'm worried about.
Against anybody. Here's
what I'm worried about. Jurgen's not playing, then putting Toth in there, and a defensive coordinator with half of a brain saying, this guy sucks, so we're going to blow up the middle of the field. Jalen is not the same player.
Here's Dexter Lawrence.
Right. And Burns is a hell of a player. I mean, they have guys that can get after the quarterback. Now, the Eagles also should be preparing for that they know what's going on. But still, like, I don't think it's a coincidence that was Jalen Hurts' best game in a long time since the Super Bowl. And he threw confidently like we haven't seen since the Super Bowl. Think about the big plays that he made. He was under protection. He protected the entire game. Very few times did he drop back. He only went back 23 times. He wasn't under pressure. So you get a chance to then look at AJ and be like, nah, man, go. You're not open right there. And he's able to make a play. You can't do that with protection.
And Brian blitzes like a madman.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And that was a great play by Jalen to fake AJ, check in at the line to come in for a slant. But he also realized he's got to get the ball out of his hands right away. So he knew it was a zero blitz. He knew the corner was coming, and he played it perfectly. Yeah, man. That's not something they were doing before. So we think we figured out what Jalen is, that in big games against good quarterbacks or in a game against Carson Wentz, because that means something to him. When the lights are shining the brightest in his head, he's the best. But otherwise, he plays down to the competition.
No, 100%. That's very valid criticism of Jalen Hurts. I mean, you think about the 3 best games he's played in his career are the 2 Super Bowls and yesterday. Or Sunday.
Yeah, second half against the Rams, he was excellent. I don't even remember if it was the first half or whatever against the Bucs. But yeah,
first half against the Bucs. The Bucs came back on us.
Remember the game against Josh Allen in 23, and that was pretty much the last good game they had.
Yep.
But it was Josh Allen and Hurts back and forth.
Yep.
And he was not going to lose that game. That after that game, it's like, this guy's the best player in the NFL, and then everything went to hell after that. But
yeah, 6-game losing streak.
Holy cow, man! You're not kidding.
Obliterated by the Bucs.
So. All right. Well, there you go. Well, Delco, Steve, it's been fun. We're going to try to keep this to around the half hour as opposed to doing an hour. And we're going to try to tape this on Tuesday night.
We had catch up to do.
Yeah, we had to catch up.
Yeah, catch up.
So we're going to tape it on Tuesday night so you can watch it live on YouTube. And it'll be posted on 97.5 The Fanatics YouTube page sometime early on Wednesday if you ever don't catch it live and you want to catch it. And again, you can see all of my shows, Middays with Marks. Harry Mays was with me today. He'll be with me again on Friday. So Mays is in the rotation. Jason Bertidis is in the rotation.
Gotta make sure you talk some hockey with Jason. Boys are looking good.
Oh, I forgot to mention it.
Looking good.
Owen Tippett. Oh my God, I couldn't.
He's on fire, just like his hair.
You're damn right. You're damn right. I mean, it's a good start to the season, man. Really good start to the season. Love Tockett getting out there. He understands the fan base. He knows what it means to win in the city. So it's awesome. All right. Well, more hockey talk coming up on the program. But remember, you can follow and subscribe me on all platforms. It's at John Jon Marks Marks Media. It's right there on the screen. And make sure you're tuning in. If you can't listen live or watch live on YouTube, you can always catch it wherever you get your podcasts. Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic. We have to let me see here.
You're looking for what I think you're looking for?
Yeah, we need the music to play us out. You got it? Yeah, you gotta be the producer here.
I got it.
What the hell just happened on my thing? There's sound effects on here too, which we're gonna use going forward. Where's the gong? Later. Thanks for watching Middays with Marks. Like and subscribe right here. If you like and subscribe, you probably are loving what you're watching. There's more of it right here. Check it out.